Welcome back. Now, we said feeling and then acting anyway is the twofold path of the remedy to stop caring what other people think of you. But the acting is part and parcel of module 3. Right here it's about feeling the feelings, feeling the emotions, and here we have two ways of feeling that. Number one is in the situation where you actually realize, okay, I just have some fantasy in my head about like mentally preparing what I'm going to say, or like another fantasy of somebody else criticizing you. Most of the times we don't realize that, we do not catch ourselves while this happens, but sometimes we do. Excuse me, please. And this is why this is such an advanced practice, because it takes a little bit of consciousness work for you to actually see those thoughts arise with like a little bit of space, so you actually see what's happening. So this is a very advanced tactic, but this is actually the best tactic. See when it's there, when you care about what other people think, and then tuning in with the feeling. And how we actually do that, this is the topic of the next video. Here it's about learning the two ways of feeling. So number one is to tune in the situation, and number two, and this is what I find more applicable for beginning practitioners, is to take some time out of your day, before you go to rest, before you go to bed, like sometime when you can arrange like half an hour of free time or just 15 minutes or something, and tune in with the feelings, kind of let the day rerun in your head and not indulge in starting to tell the same stories over and over again, but learn to feel, tune in with the feelings. And not seeking those feelings, but letting them arise what wants to arise. You will naturally encounter those situations that you were facing during the day, and then some feeling wants to come up, because in the situation of the day, the feelings were not felt. This is why you keep experiencing those recurring fantasies or those recurring thoughts about those catastrophic events or whatever that is that's going on in your head mentally, because of the unfelt emotions. Because we said every thought that is truly like sticky is spawned by an unfelt emotion. So to take some time out before, like when you rest, not necessarily right before you go to sleep, but sometime in the afternoon, to let the day pass, like relive the day in your head, and tune in with the feelings, not with the thoughts. The thought is not the feeling is in here. And how we actually go through the process, this is in-depth topic of the next video. Here it's crucial to understand, so let me recapture. We've said the emotions are the most important part in letting go of caring about what other people think of us, and most importantly, the emotion of fear. In the next video, we will be going into what kind of fears there are and how to actually feel them. And in this video, we've learned the twofold kind of the two ways of feeling, so to speak. Number one is when you've practiced that by yourself, taking some time out, practicing it in the situation, and number two is practicing it when the situation is already over. No, that's not as powerful because the emotion is not as fresh, but it's still a good way to learn and to practice. So I believe this is the number one and the only real practice of this course, to take some time out and tune in with the feelings. It doesn't take many and lots of practices. It takes one practice that we commit to without forcing ourselves to, but setting up a time where it comes like spontaneous and where we learn to tune in with the feelings. And how we do that, this is what we will be learning in the next video.